Hello there, welcome to Iron Port. This program is proudly brought to you by Ghana Community Network Service, GOIL Company Limited, West Blue Consulting, Ghana Revenue Authority, as well as the Serene Insurance Company Limited. Our media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Today, we focus on assessing the national and continental trade agenda before and after the pandemic. Before that, let us take a look at activities by some benevolent organizations who are assisting the frontline workers and their health institutions, including the International Maritime Hospital, to fight against the COVID-19 pandemic.
The CEO of International Maritime Hospital, Dr. Sylvester Opong, has advised the general public that the lifting of restrictions on movements of persons by the president does not mean the COVID-19 pandemic is over.
We all heard that the ban on restrictions was lifted. It does not in any way mean that the pandemic is over. In fact, we are virtually starting.
Dr. Sylvester Opong gave the advice when Benai's Catering Services, a catering company in TEMA Community 5, presented packed prepared meals and water worth some 2,200 Ghana cedis to the frontline staff of the International Maritime Hospital, who have been breaking their backs to provide quality healthcare for the public in this period of the coronavirus pandemic. All over the world, frontline workers are being celebrated for their immense contribution to providing healthcare during this period of coronavirus pandemic. The CEO of Benai's Catering Services, Nanefia Anane Asamoah, described the gesture as the company's widow's mite towards the International Maritime Hospital's fight against the COVID-19. She believes this would reduce the man-hours spent by frontline staff to buy food outside the hospital facility and nourish them to carry on their duties.
What can I do to support, or what can I do to help? And the nurses and doctors and all the frontline workers came to mind. And I wanted to show the support to a community or somewhere that I'm close to, because at least they know that we think about them as well.
The CEO of IMAH'S expressed gratitude to Benai's Catering Services for the gesture and welcomed any support to the International Maritime Hospital and its frontline workers in these difficult times of fighting the coronavirus pandemic.
Throughout the country and everywhere, we thank all organizations, individuals, and companies that have been helping to help the government to handle this COVID-19.
He therefore advised the public to stay home as an important measure against the spread of the coronavirus disease.
Let us stay at home if we have nothing essential doing out there, because if we stay at home, we stay out of where the virus.
Indigenous oil marketing company, GOIL Company Limited, has presented personal protective equipment, VERONICA buckets, and disinfectants to the ASHAIMAN Polyclinic in support of the government's efforts to stem the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. The items, valued at 20,000 Ghana cedis, comprise VERONICA buckets, medical overalls, 2,000 pieces of hand sanitizers, 5 pieces of face shield, 500 pieces of surgical nose mask, 500 pieces of medical gloves, paper towels, and 10 gallons of liquid soap. This follows an appeal from the ASHAIMAN Polyclinic to GOIL for support, which was promptly responded to by the oil marketing company in accordance with its commitment to promote the safety of frontline workers. The company has already made similar donations to other institutions in Accra and Kumasi since the coronavirus disease broke out. The Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, the 37 Military Hospital, and the Ghana Private Road Transport Union have all been beneficiaries of GOIL's gesture of donating to fight COVID-19. The company has also donated an amount of 200,000 Ghana cedis to the National COVID-19 Fund to support government's efforts in combating the disease. Presenting the items at a brief ceremony at the ASHAIMAN Polyclinic, the public relations manager of GOIL, Robert Reh, said the company recognized the remarkable role of all frontline workers in the fight against the coronavirus disease, hence its decision to offer them support.
This morning we are here at ASHAIMAN Polyclinic as part of efforts to assist frontline workers to perform their duties safely and to ensure that whatever they do, they don't fear being contaminated.
Receiving the items on behalf of the hospital, the head of ASHAIMAN Polyclinic, Dr. Mavis Opong Ado, expressed appreciation to GOIL for the gesture, describing it as the right donation at the right time.
When we protect ourselves in our own small corner, we are protecting everybody. And these donations that you have made, they are the right donation at the right time. It's so fit for purpose. Then we are very, very grateful.
Back to the subject of the week, which is the assessment of the national and continental trade agenda before and after the COVID-19 pandemic. We engaged the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Carlos Ahenkra, who outlined some initiatives the Ghana government is undertaking to stay on course with the trade agenda, as well as highlight some activities of the African Continental Front. Take a listen.
A Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Carlos Ahenkra, has called on Ghanaian industries to expedite production in order not only to be buoyant, but also contribute to Ghana's trade sustenance in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I would take advantage of this program and encourage our exporters to double their production and look for outside supplies and ship their cargoes outside. Yeah. Those who are not in production should see how they can enter into it as quickly as possible. Yeah. Because people, or where we import our cargoes from, if they are on lockdown, they cannot go to the factory and produce your goods for you. So now they would rather rely on you and accept your products.
Speaking on Iron Port live on national television on assessing the national and continental trade agenda before and after the COVID-19 pandemic, the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, who doubles as the Member of Parliament for TEMA West, encouraged local industries to take advantage of the more favorable situation in Ghana to shore up production of locally manufactured products in order to make up for the trade deficits incurred as a result of the coronavirus pandemic.
We believe that this is the time that Africa, or Ghana for that matter, should reconfigure its direction to meet post-COVID improvement of our economy. And if we are able to hold on to our own, before the larger economies are able to overtake COVID and come back into the limelight, we would have shot forward and gone long before they come.
The Deputy Minister, who is in charge of trade, hinted that the aggressive industrialization agenda of government, including the 1D1F program, aimed at increasing Ghana's export base, promote employment, and decrease rural-urban migration, among others, which were visibly yielding results, has significantly suffered as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
If companies work, people get paid salaries, government gets taxes, traders get goods to sell, market is very vibrant, everybody is happy. Once there's a seizure in the supply chain, then at least some of the people that I've mentioned in this chain would have to suffer some of the consequences, and that is what I'm talking about.
Carlos Ahenkra commended the President of Ghana for being visionary in his handling of the coronavirus, saying, while he does his best to ensure health security, he also takes decisions that ensure continuity of economic activities.
The way the President has handled this COVID situation, by attacking the disease itself with a series of regulations and guidelines for us to follow. We started way before a lot of the matured economies even realize that they need to start. Today, as I speak, industry is working again. If we're able to push more people into industry, into production, then we'll stand a bigger chance of being able to export our goods to the outside world.
He said government has made efforts to salvage the magnitude of the setback suffered by offering stimulus packages to industries in addition to the nationwide reliefs on the cost of utilities.
We are asking the financial institutions to commit about, I think, 3 billion cedis for private sector assessment. That notwithstanding, I just mentioned 600 million that we're going to roll out for SMEs. and
a stimulus package.
A stimulus package.
He added that in combating the coronavirus, the Ministry of Trade has engaged local entities to produce personal protective equipment, which, aside the health benefits, promises a lot of economic gains.
We were supposed to put about 3.6 million nose masks here in Ghana. As I speak to you, they are almost nearing about half of this production.
The Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, however, noted that his outfit would soon unroll policies that would ensure priority is given to made in Ghana products, especially in the retail market, to reduce Ghana's reliance on import.
We're going to convince or come up with a policy or even move to get the legislation to ensure that at least people who are selling locally in Ghana, retail stores or retail chains that are doing business in Ghana, will find a way to, as it were, stock some goods that are made in Ghana.
He encouraged local products to also do enough to ensure their products are desirable on the market.
So if our local manufacturers will be able to up their game and ensure that they come up with a product which will meet that standard that they expect, I'm sure that even post-COVID, they were not going to go back to bring anything.
Yeah.
On the African scene, Carlos Ahenkra said he is eager for the African Continental Free Trade Agreement to commence as soon as possible, and opined that he would like for implementation to be on schedule on the 1st of July.
If you ask me that what's my opinion, I would say that I still stick to 1st July.
Okay.
Something has to happen. Africa has to commence trading, and I want this thing to happen this year.
He confirmed that the Nigerian borders remain closed to the movement of goods even before the current COVID-19 crisis, indicating that the seaports had become the available entry points for goods from other countries.
For your information, the Nigerian borders are still closed.
The Deputy Minister confirmed that the majority of truckers that were stuck at the Nigerian border have returned to Ghana following the President's call for their return. He stated that with the commencement of the AFCFTA, such impediments to trade would cease, citing the high level of commitment guaranteed by member states.
Once we commence the AFCFTA, this kind of crucial and not allowing neighboring countries to
come in and out
it's going to be a thing of the past.
You think so?
Because yes, the AFCFTA frowns upon things like this.
Carlos Ahenkra encouraged citizens to exercise patience during this period of the pandemic, as it may take at best 3 years for Ghana to recover fully from the setbacks that would be suffered to the pandemic.
It might take this economy 3 years to recover, which for me I think is very generous. If it should take us 3 years to recover,
it's very generous.
Very, very generous, because the larger economies, the Americans and the UKs, are going to take close to 7-8 years to come back to life.
He added his voice to calls for shipping lines to waive the marriage charges at the country's port due to the 3 weeks lockdown announced by the president.
They are operating within the remit of this country. If there's an emergency situation and the government of the day or the president comes out to solicit for some kind of remedy or remedial assistance for the citizenry, I think that's incumbent on them to also meet the government halfway.
Commenting on the new integrated customs management system that has been rolled out by the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Deputy Minister expressed the view that it would portray an improved form of the paperless system.
This is proper paperless. This one is proper paperless, because you don't hold not even a single, even with the banks, you have to pay online.
Carlos Ahenkra emphasized that although the system, like any other customs management system, in its beginning stages would have teething issues, users can still have confidence in the reliability of the new system, as it would improve trade facilitation.
And be able to wear icons.
Okay.
It is going to be the fastest that you ever see in Africa, because now, as we speak, compliance is virtual. So if I input my documents, everything, I get my UCR, develop my IDF, and put it in. Formally, you have to go and develop your IDF with maybe let's say GCNet, and come and do your UCR with West.
iMport returns after the break.
Here's innovation from GOIL that takes you further. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and GOIL has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. GOIL. Good energy.
Dear valued client, the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is now live to make it easy to track your consignment and know the estimated duty payable for both general goods and used vehicles. We are pleased to inform you that the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is available for download on Google Play Store for Android users and the App Store for Apple users. The Ghana Trading Hub mobile app is now live. Download and never be cheated. This is powered by the Smart Ports project under the auspices of the Government of Ghana and the Ghana Revenue Authority. Smart Port, improving Ghana's ease of doing business.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Oh, how are you?
Hi Yvonne, a few words please. Everyone is talking about the fire at your production house last week. How are you holding up? Has production stalled?
No, not at all. My crew and everyone on my set is perfectly fine because I insure with Serene Insurance. As a matter of fact, I've had all my equipment replaced, including the vehicles that were affected. My workers have been sorted out. Even my production downtime has been covered. So it's all good. I have a meeting to attend to, so I have to get going. Sorry about that.
Which insurance company did you mention?
Serene Insurance, the new face of insurance, a member of First Sky Group.
Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, GPHA, has stopped the issuance of manual toll for Terminal 3 and Golden Jubilee Terminal since Friday 13th March 2020. We urge all drivers and owners who have not yet processed their cards to do so. GT Bank has mounted a stand at GJT to issue cards to truck drivers or owners who do not have cards. Kindly come along with a valid national ID and a passport picture for the registration. These cards are being issued for free and can be uploaded at any GT Bank. For further enquiries, please call 057 609 6178 or 057 323 2384.
Welcome back. Time to take a look at some international news happening around the world.
South Korean shipping major HMM has held a naming ceremony for the first of its 12 24,000 TEU container ships. The HMM Algeciras, described as the world's largest bulk ship, was named at the Daewoo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering's Okpo Shipyard in Jeoji, Korea. The ceremony was presided by the President of the Republic of Korea, Moon Jae-in, and First Lady Kim Jong-suk served as godmother of the ship. Vessel particulars of HMM Algeciras include length overall approximately 399.9 meters, beam 61.0 meters, depth 33.2 million, and capacity 23,964 TEU. HMM Algeciras is scheduled to be deployed on Far East Europe 4 service, one of the Asia-North Europe trade lines of the alliance. Its port rotation starts at Zhendao, Busan, Ningbo, Shanghai, Yantian, Suez Canal, Rotterdam, Hamburg, Antwerp, London Gateway, then Singapore via Suez Canal. Dubai-based port and terminal operator DP World had a robust performance in the first quarter of the year, with a like-for-like throughput broadly flat year-on-year. The port operator handled 17.2 million TEU across its global portfolio of container terminals in the first quarter of 2020, with gross container volumes decreasing by 1.7% year-on-year on a reported basis and up to 0.3% on a like-for-like basis. The port operator believes greater challenges lie ahead with the anticipated decline of global trade and volumes in the second quarter of the year and onwards. Hence, the economic impact of the pandemic is expected to be felt to a greater extent in the coming quarter. German container shipping major Hapag-Lloyd says it has cut its carbon dioxide emissions per TEU kilometer by 50% when compared to the reference year of 2008. The goal was achieved through economies of scale as the company introduced bigger and more efficient ships with improved water resistance on its routes. The shipping industry has been under considerable pressure to reduce its carbon footprint, with regulatory authorities charting the way forward with even stricter regulations. January 2020 marked the beginning of unprecedented transition of the shipping industry into a greener future, with a regulation mandating the level of sulfur content in marine fuels limited to 0.50%.
Here's innovation from GOIL that takes you further. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and GOIL has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. GOIL. Good energy.
Dear valued client, the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is now live to make it easy to track your consignment and know the estimated duty payable for both general goods and used vehicles. We are pleased to inform you that the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is available for download on Google Play Store for Android users and the App Store for Apple users. The Ghana Trading Hub mobile app is now live. Download and never be cheated. This is powered by the Smart Ports project under the auspices of the Government of Ghana and the Ghana Revenue Authority. Smart Port, improving Ghana's ease of doing business.
Ghana ye yenya yasase o my kesia ye kan ye hubom ye adwumaden ye be ye kese pa ye to a ye tuatua ne da no ene ne ye sisi suku adan ne ayaresabia ade bi yi akwan am ye nya asetena pa ene ne papi eto bi te say withholding tax, income tax, excise tax stamp ene afoforo pi wo ho a ebia na wo mu nsem bi safa de wo sa wutua nkasa ho enu nti ne ye wo ho ma wo ne se ye beboa wo eto aketewa bia boa mesra wo boa ne empagya Ghana nsi ho yentuo ye dachi.
Oh, how are you?
Hi Yvonne, a few words please. Everyone is talking about the fire at your production house last week. How are you holding up? Has production stalled?
No, not at all. My crew and everyone on my set is perfectly fine because I insure with Serene Insurance. As a matter of fact, I've had all my equipment replaced, including the vehicles that were affected. My workers have been sorted out. Even my production downtime has been covered. So it's all good. I have a meeting to attend to, so I have to get going. Sorry about that.
Which insurance company did you mention?
Serene Insurance, the new face of insurance, a member of First Sky Group.
Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority (GPHA) has stopped the issuance of manual toll for Terminal 3 and Golden Jubilee Terminal since Friday 13th March 2020. We urge all drivers and owners who have not yet processed their cards to do so. GT Bank has mounted a stand at GJT to issue cards to truck drivers or owners who do not have cards. Kindly come along with a valid national ID and a passport picture for the registration. These cards are being issued for free and can be uploaded at any GT Bank. For further enquiries, please call 057 609 6178 or 057 323 2384.
Next is schedules of vessels that have berthed within the port, those at anchorage and those expected in the coming week, as well as the Bank of Ghana exchange rates. This is where we end this week's edition of Iron Port. Thank you for watching.